Hello, I'm Captain Andrea.
And I'm Commander Matthew.
And welcome to TrekBack Tuesday,
the show that explores space and time to seek out new toys and new merchandise across the entire universe of the Star Trek franchise.
And what do we have today, Commander Matthew?
Well, today, Captain, we're going to be looking at part of the initial launch that Playmates had when they began their Star Trek Next Generation line.
Ooh.
And today we're starting things off with, of course, Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Now, fans who have watched TrekBack Tuesday know that we actually began the TrekBack Tuesday series with a look at Lieutenant Commander Data, who is also from this same series. So we're going to be basically taking a look at the entire first wave of this launch line, minus Data, because we already looked at him first.
Yep, and if you'd like to take a look at him, just go back through the archives.
So the first season of Star Trek Next Generation launched in 1987, but Playmates was not the first people to do the TNG toys. It was actually Galoob who had it first.
Yes.
They did one series, which we're going to look at eventually as well. They were an interesting series for a number of reasons. But luckily, Playmates came along and rescued that franchise, kicking things off here in 1992, and that franchise went for a long, long time as well. And what's very neat about this is that there's an old relic on this figure. There's a price tag from Toys R Us.
Aww.
Yeah, and can you believe back in the day, this was a $5 figure.
Is it really, though?
There's $5 in this tag. Isn't that crazy?
$5 action figures that are not bootlegs anymore out there?
If you go to Five Below and get some surplus, but you'd never find anything this good there.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
And Captain Picard comes with a lot of accessories because all these Playmates figures came with plenty of those, but we'll take a look at those once we take the figure out of the package.
On the back of the packaging, you can see the other 9 characters who are included in this wave. You also see a description of the accessories that Picard comes with. You'll also see Picard's Starfleet personnel record. It includes fun little tidbits, including his cardiac replacement surgery, and it includes a distinguished service notation, which references his battle with Armis as he saved Deanna Troi, and we also lost Tasha Yar in the episode Skin of Evil. Commander, now that we're done looking at the packaging, let's beam Captain Picard out.
Hi, Captain. Captain's on the deck, Captain.
Thank you, Commander. Let's take a closer look.
So here's our Captain Jean-Luc Picard out of the package, and you can see, number one, that likeness of Patrick Stewart.
No. You can't say number 1. He's Captain, not Riker!
Sorry, that's a different toy. And this is Captain Picard in his sweater that he wore, his weird, sweater jacket thing that he had for a while, which I actually liked.
I went back and forth on it. I couldn't quite figure out how... For casual Fridays, it might have been nice, but
yeah.
Otherwise I wanted them in the regulation Starfleet uniform.
I kind of like this one because it is so different, because no one else has that outfit. No one else ever wore an outfit like that.
That is true.
So I do appreciate that that was the first Picard that they made.
Yes, and that face. Oh my gosh, that is such a good face.
Yeah, really good all
especially for the time. Making sculpts that good was definitely more difficult.
And it's especially a very good paint job. Even his lips are a different color. He's got really clean paint job, which, Playmates, you usually don't have to worry about in that era. That was really their big thing with painting. And here's a look at the back of the Captain. You can just see that Patrick Stewart hairline that we all know and love.
I'm sure that's what he'd love to be remembered by, his hairline.
Now, he also comes with a holster for his phaser, and I think he put a tricord in there as well, which we'll try later on.
So that's...
But I think what's the coolest thing about this Captain Picard figure is his hands.
Yes, I do love this. Instead of your regular holding a hand in position, he has the 2 fingers.
You can make it so.
Except I'm scared to crack his arm. I think I want to give it a go.
Well, let's talk about articulation, and we can do that. So Picard turned his head left and right. He's got shoulders, which are stiff, but they're not snapping. This is an older figure, so... But these are actually, considering how old this figure is, again, from 1992. And, this figure is actually not that bad. I mean, it's stiff, but it's not, cracking and snapping Picard's neck sniff.
So it's more, instead of stiff out the box, it's tight out the box.
It's firm out the box, yes.
Firm, gotcha. Now that we've been playing with that, let's make it so. Yeah.
So Captain Picard comes with a bevy of accessories. Why don't we take a look at those?
Okay, so starting with the easiest and lamest of them all, he comes with a stand. It is in the Starfleet insignia, which is great, and it has his name on it, but it's not the most exciting of, it's not the most exciting of the accessories.
No, but we can totally put his foot on that because all these figures have little peg holes, so we can go ahead, and again, there is a really cool nameplate in all of them. It's this nice little sticker, but that helps you know who gets what, and there you go. Picard is on his Starfleet insignia.
He comes with a tricorder right here. You can fit it in the holster. We're just going to put it in like that because that's the easiest direction for me. Sort of. Kind of. He comes with a little pad for all his personal notes and actions, and whatever else he needs to do.
Which I believe we actually can get into his hand over here, in fact. I believe this hand
True,
is capable of holding it.
But I think you might want to keep that hand clear, because he has something a little bit more important to work with. Shooting phaser.
That's right, that's a Type 1 phaser, which was not really used much on Next Generation. It's basically just like the first season, and they replaced it with the Type 2 phasers.
Yeah, I'd say ow, but this is such a lame little phaser. It doesn't do much.
Yeah, I'm glad they replaced those very quickly.
My personal favorite accessory is the personal view screen, which not only resembles a laptop computer, but it comes apart, so it makes for easier storage, and it has a diagram of the Enterprise on it.
And I love the decals on these. Like, there's a really great decal on his pad as well. Those are basically my favorite accessories of all time, actually. Believe it or not, like, I just like those simple little things. That tech really adds a lot to the environment and playability.
Absolutely. I mean, you get a good accessory, that can mean a heck of a lot more than the actual figure. And finally, we have one other accessory, I guess we'll call it.
This is one I've been very excited for you to take a look at, Captain.
A captain's log.
This is Jean-Luc Picard's personal log that we're going to be looking at now. And I remember getting this as a kid, and this is the only figure this type of thing comes with also. This is the only log we're getting from any of the toys in this entire series.
Oh.
As in from Playmates Series 1 to the end. This is the only time they included a log. So it's a very unique accessory that the Captain came with.
Oh. It says on the back, from the recordings of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Commanding Officer, USS Enterprise, Starfleet Security Code 47. Oh, I shouldn't have told you that. Now, I need to open this up and see what's going on here.
This is definitely one of the greatest accessories that's not really playable.
Oh,
but just you got to open a whole thing up. That's
no, but I have to do this slowly because it actually, when you flip it, it starts off and says secure channel open.
It's a really, really unique accessory.
And this is telling the story of Spock when Spock goes to Romulus. Okay, this is sick. This is an interesting log. Not at all what I expected. It has several different dates listed. Doesn't even show the full passage for some of them. But what's interesting about it is this is all for one period in time. This all takes place during the 2-part episode, Unification. It gives you Picard's viewpoint as to what was going on. And it's interesting because it's two-sided. It tells the complete story up until Sarek passes and Picard offering to mind meld with Spock so he can have his own final moments with Sarek. This is just really cool. It means a supplemental log and, the regular logs. This is just...
I really like the Starfleet diagrams on there as well.
There's only really one word to describe this. Fascinating.
Truly fascinating.
Truly fascinating. And then it ends with Picard out and log. Technically this is a captain's log. I don't know if I should be allowing you to see it.
I guess you're right, Captain. I don't have the security codes for it.
This one time I'll make the allowance.
Yay. But I already kind of commented about it. So.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. You know about the episode.
I'll just put this here. I don't. So overall, what do you think about this Captain Picard figure? This very first Playmates Captain Picard figure.
I like him. I think for a first figure, this is a very strong start. Like, really, that face is just fantastic. And even after all these years, the paint job's still very good. It looks good. The accessories are fantastic. The captain's log is just ingenious. I don't have any real problems with it. The only thing I wish, and that's just because of where we're at now, not back then, is part of me does wish that we had a separate hand to replace the make it so fingers, but that's not how they did it back then.
No. And to be fair, if you want a more modern Picard toy, there is the McFarlane Toys version, which does have the swappable hands, including one that has the make it so fingers.
I know, but I like this size.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
great
the Playmate size. It's so playable. It's fun. It's also collectible, though. Like, even back then, there was a little bit of that. I mean, not with all the figures, as you guys will see, but in this one in particular, he feels collectible, he feels playable, and it's just a very strong start.
It would be a few lines later that we'd finally get a Picard just without this sweater. There were plenty of other Picards. We've looked at a bunch already. But to get Picard in just plain old Starfleet uniform, it did take a few waves from Playmates to finally get a first season outfit of him.
Which is a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, we got movies. We had the versions of him in the movie with his suit on. But again, for the actual main baseline, it would be a while before we got him without this sweater.
That's odd, but okay.
So that's our look at Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
I'm Captain Andrea.
And I'm Commander Matthew. See you guys next time with some more Star Trek figure reviews. So until then, live long and buy toys.